Are you sure you want to have camp?
Oh, yes, I definitely
know.
want
I think let's turn this around.
And we are officially live with the 2018 5th IGGPPCamp opening Campfire, because we have done this every year as far as I can remember.
Yep.
If you are joining us, welcome. You can leave us comments on Twitter or in the Discord or in the comments down below, and I will do my best to pass it along to the group. But as I am toggling screens, please bear with me on any delays. My name is Joanna, and I am one of your camp directors. How about everybody else who's here introduce yourself, and if you are affiliated with a troop, please tell us with which troop you are affiliated.
My name is Summer, and I'm your other camp director, and I'm not strangling this toddler with a pair of headphones. There we go. Yeah. 5th year. We did it. Woo! 5 times.
Yeah.
They get better each time. They get easier each time. Do they? I'm not sure. I feel like those first 2 years are a little bit rough.
Well, we make it work.
We do. Passing the baton. And the toddler.
I am Sina. I am counselor in Skylar.
Awesome.
I am Kim. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm Kim, aka Counselor Peachy, and I am one of the counselors for Troop Guardian.
Sweet. So it looks like we have a couple of Troop Luxers in the chat as well. So hello, Troop Lux, holding it down. I know that some of the other campers who are in the European zone had a get-together earlier today so that they could sleep because it is very late. So that's where a couple of our counselors are getting a good night's sleep.
After camp.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what's no sleep for 96 hours? We all just do great with that. That would bad life choices. Get some sleep. Sleep is important. So I do not have anything. This is so bad, but like I don't have anything specific for us to talk about up front. So I think what we will do in a few minutes is put out open questions to the campers and see what they would like to know. In the meantime, I would like to know from the three of you, what are you most looking forward to at camp this year?
What do you want to eat here?
Ooh. That's a tough question. There's a lot going on. Oh, snaps. I really am looking forward to the Hamilton sing-along / Hamilton cocktail party because I'm a huge musical theater fan. So anything to do with musicals, and I'm there.
Yep. In the same vein, I'm really looking forward to wine night and then following it up with mimosa morning.
That was a brilliant idea.
I have them occasionally.
Why not do both?
We're like, not everybody can stay up until 2 a.m. for wine night. I'm like, I will do it again.
In the morning.
In the morning for me.
I always look forward to all the crafty activities. I like to try new crafty things, so it's a good excuse to. And of course, the blanket forts.
Yeah.
Blanket forts are good. I have not built mine yet.
I'm really glad.
Book fort.
That counts. If you have enough books, you could just build. I've seen like bookstores like that where they're kind of like feel like you're just in the books are supporting the building.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, everyone pick up cross-stitching and cross-stitch cute camp emblems.
Yeah, I saw that one on there today. I cross-stitched when I was a kid, when I was in like 5th or 6th grade. I did it for a little while. and then stopped. And it looks like, I don't know, this would be a fun thing to try. So if you don't know what we're talking about, the craft today, which is linked through the Daily Campfire blog, so you can go check that out. The craft for today is a camp sigil cross stitch. So there's a cross stitch pattern of the camp logo that you can do, and there are step-by-step instructions. So even if you're a beginner, it looks pretty straightforward.
Oof. Uh-oh, someone found my sticker sheet that I'd brought for later. Can you play with these bracelets instead? Look at all these! Wow!
So many bracelets.
This is what happens when you were an actual camp counselor for many years, is the fact that I just have all these bracelets and I don't even remember now like who made them or if I made them or if someone else made them for me. But there are so many. And this is actually, believe it or not, just what I grabbed in 2 minutes, sticking my hand into, because my like bedroom's a real mess right now. And so I just like reached my hand into my jewelry box where I know I kept them and like just grabbed a handful and pulled them out. So I feel like there's more that are not even here. And these are mostly just the embroidery floss ones. I have like one hemp one here, which has like a bullet casing in it. Yeah. We had a rifle.
I mean, you were at camp in Texas.
Yeah, well, no, we had like a little like
I'm just teasing.
Rifle range. We had a little rifle range for the girls to do shooting. That's what you do. And so these were like bullets, I think, from that. They're just like dumb. But I also have like some beaded ones, and I know I've got more hemp ones and a couple of other materials. So that is just a variety.
I don't think I have any of mine. I was a camp counselor for years, and I think I might have 2 friendship bracelets left. Most of them, like the kids would tie on me, and they would just be like all up my wrist, and I'd wear them till they fell off. And so they all got lost eventually. And we used to do warm fuzzies at the end of camp every summer. I don't know if you guys know what those are. You get
no, what's that?
You get yarn, and everybody gets like a single strand of yarn as a necklace, and then you chop up a bunch of little pieces like this, and every camper gets a big wad of these little pieces, and you go around to all the other campers and counselors and everybody, and you tie the little piece onto the big piece, and you say something nice about the person whose necklace you're tying it onto, like, your enthusiasm this summer was fantastic and you always cheered me up when I had a bad day, or you were super good at arts and crafts, or I'm really proud of how well you've done learning how to canoe, or like whatever it was, so that you get all of these nice things. And then at the end, everybody squishes them down to the bottom, and it makes this little poof ball. So you have a necklace with a poof ball on the end, and that's called your warm fuzzy, because it's all made up of nothing but nice things that other people have said to you.
That's cool.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was neat. I don't know where mine went, but
first camp pet visitor.
Hello, kitty. I actually, both of the cats are in here with me in my mess of a room. But wow, I did not clean up my office. It is a disaster as I look at my, anyway, it's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's all fine.
Cleaning is for after camp. Everything's for after camp.
Everything is for after camp.
Yeah, I really like that idea a lot. We had shoestrings that you would put a bead on, but it was the counselors would give you a bead if you did something good throughout the week. So I don't think we took them away when you did something bad, but I don't remember now. But yeah, so everyone would have these weird beaded necklaces that were just like pony beads.
We had a jigsaw puzzle. It was large jigsaw puzzle pieces, and you wrote something about everybody, and then when they put it together, you made a complete thing, but it also said something about them. And then we just stuffed them in envelopes. I'm sure they're buried in drawers for people somewhere or got thrown out, but
do you guys mind if I eat my dinner?
No.
Okay, I'm so hungry. BRBs. Oh.
I'm opening it up to questions. I'm posting in a couple of places to see if campers have any questions for us. And we will see. What type of camps did everyone go to or work at? I can start. I worked at several different types of camps. I started at a like classic style summer camp, which is like in the woods with cabins and canoeing and hiking and teaching kids how to fish and like do all that kind of stuff, which was super fun. And I did that for like 4 years. And then I moved and I got a job and I actually started a nature camp at another place. And we were doing like week-long programs to try and get kids back in touch with nature. So it was very like exploratory science based. And then I also was a zoo camp counselor at 2 different zoos. So several different camp counselor experiences. I know so many camp songs.
I was part of a theater summer camp, which was just like, it was like a week-long day camp. So like we didn't stay overnight or anything. We didn't have like cabins, but we put on selections from Shakespearean plays in a week, and by the local like Shakespeare production company. And that was awesome because it was like this blend of, we got to be theatrical and be teenagers and do silly things and try on costumes and learn like actual stagecraft. But then they also taught like the history behind the plays and like, this is why this is said this way, and iambic pentameter, this is what this play is talking about, and this has this to do with that history. And so it was a really I don't know, it was a nice blend of like, it took the fun stuff but then also added like history and actual like craft skills to it, and that was, I don't know, I enjoyed that. I never really got to
really
work.
cool.
I was a counselor once, but I didn't get to work.
I've never actually been to a real summer camp, so this is it. This is as good as it gets for me.
This is pretty darn good though.
I know.
And you get to sleep in a real bed.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah. And my summer camp was in Texas, so it was like 20 billion degrees. So this one has air conditioning, which is nice. And the food is better.
Fair. All right. Do we have any summer highlights or summer regrets?
In general, like from this summer, or just like my name is Summer, so just like my whole life?
This is a personal question for you. What is your personal regret?
So my biggest regret is there was this time when I was like probably 7 and I was at this library and there was my mom was a teacher and there was a clown who was like our magician clown who was showing us how to use, like, I don't know, he was doing magic tricks or something. And there's this kid there and my mom had been the teacher for that kid. And my mom was like, oh, I was that kid's teacher. And I thought she was talking about the clown. And so I was telling everyone that my mom was the clown's teacher. And she wasn't. And I regret it to this day.
I'm sorry.
Wow, that feels good to get it off my chest, guys. I don't think I've told anyone that.
It's good to get things off your chest.
Also, I'm a horrible mom, and like my child is just screaming for me on the other side of the store because he wants to come watch the hang out with you guys.
I have one over here too, like literally right on the other side of my phone.
Well, I don't have a particular. I'm trying to think. I don't have a good story that like equals that in any way.
You don't have the 7-year-old clown story?
I do not have okay, so I don't have a 7-year-old clown story. But two things. I don't like clowns, and not for the reason most people don't like clowns. I don't like clowns that like won't break character or that won't speak, even when it's like inappropriate for them to continue to be in character. I find that maddening. So like clowns, I don't like clowns. But when my sister was young, she was in a class that did clowning. So she was a clown for like 2 years. And these are unrelated things, but I had to sort of reconcile the dislike of clowns with going to my sister's clowning performances and being around a lot of them. Like a lot of them.
Joanna, did you know I was a mime in high school?
We're not going to talk about it.
I took a mime class for 4 years. I was paid to be a professional mime at times.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we did mime shows. We did shows completely without words. It's great.
You know, the thing is, like,
I just ruined our friendship.
You did. Like, it's over. We can't be friends anymore.
Bye. I'm gonna hang up now.
No. Okay. So, like, it's a situation where, like, I have several times been in situations where I have had serious, like, questions, and you go, and the only staff person available is someone who will not break character for anything, and it tends to happen with clowns. And, like, I feel like they are mocking me when I am in a serious situation and need help. And so it's like, okay, I understand that you're like playing a character, but help.
But I'm an adult and I need your advice.
Right.
The only bad thing is one time, this has just turned into weird stories from Summer's childhood.
I'm here for this.
This is my life. But so, woo.
I'm here.
I was like, I can't see who it is because you're so backlit by the sun coming in your windows, West Coaster.
I'm making mac and cheese. I had to start dinner.
Nice. I was just about to tell a story about a time I was a mime.
A mime?
Yeah.
Tell away. I'm intrigued.
So in high school, I was a mime, and we got like assigned to go do these various things. And so it was like this children's exhibit at the art museum, and we were living statues. So I was like dressed in all white, and I had like white paint on, so I was like a Greek statue, and then my other friend was like a bronze statue, and there was like, it was like this big children's fest at the museum that day, and there was a DJ from Radio Disney, and she was just like, I'll give a free t-shirt to any kid who makes the mimes break. And I was like, I hate you so much right now. That is like the worst thing you could do, is be like, go over there and F with that person doing their job.
So the DJ
high schoolers
purposely sending the children to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially
Wow.
Okay, so Joanna, I have a question then.
Okay.
So if you have an issue with people who don't break character,
Uh-huh.
how do you deal with people at Disney?
So, like, that's
Like,
different because
it's
they
like
will
really,
actually
like,
help you if you ask them questions without
Okay.
breaking character. The reason that
Right.
clowns in particular are the problem is that they are trying to be funny instead. So, like, if you ask Snow White, hey, Snow, I think this person, needs assistance, she will call somebody and say, oh, hold on just a moment, I will get my friend. And she goes and gets somebody to, like, help you. Like, but the clown would be like, I can't even just, like, it's different because they think that they are funny, and I do not find them funny. But they think they're funny. See, like, clowns, infuriating. It's definitely not a fear. It's like a they make me angry situation.
It's a fear. It's a frustration.
Yeah. Okay. I have another question. Have we gone over favorite camp memories yet? We have not. I think we can talk about our favorite camp memories, and I think we could do favorite camp memory from camp that we worked at or attended, or we can do favorite this camp, because we have all participated in this camp at least 1 year.
Why not both?
Why not both? Actually, would you like to introduce yourself since you are here and you missed introductions?
Yeah, my bad. So I am Counselor Fireball, aka Mercedes, and I lead Troop Lux.
Hey, Troop Lux is in the house.
And anything else you want to know?
That was pretty much it. I was like, give us your name and your troop. And now we have at least one person from each troop.
Oh, perfect.
And your biggest regret in life.
Oh yeah, your biggest regret in life. That was the other question.
Or just this summer.
Oh, Lord. Well, I did have Oklahoma State, so that is a regret.
Where'd Stina go?
I don't know. I think she'll be back. She dropped. Yeah, you're welcome for the Snow White voice.
That is on point. Eating.
Did I miss that?
The Snow White voice?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. They were asking me how I dealt with characters, like how do I deal with going to Disney?
Oh,
And
yeah.
like talk, because I post tons of pictures of myself with the face characters, right? But I was saying that what bothers me about clowns is that they think they're funny, and so when you ask them for something, it feels like they're teasing you back or they're making fun of you. Whereas if you ask Snow White for help, and I did a Snow White voice, Snow White will actually like get somebody to help you. Like, this is weird, but like talking to Snow White is like talking to a normal person in a weird way, more so than talking to a clown is like talking to a real person.
Is at least like
Is someone writing down quotes from this? Talking to Snow White is more real than talking to a clown.
Where did I get the Rad Cat ear headphones? I got them from Amazon on like a Prime Day sale. And I love them. And the battery is dead, but they do light up as well. They light up bright purple.
I light up bright purple.
Is cleaning my cast iron.
The next question was like favorite camp memories. And I have favorite camp memories from camps that I worked at. And I was trying to think of my favorite camp memory from here. But I always just enjoy chatting with people and like the random conversations that happen in the middle of the night. The very first
We've already established you don't sleep.
I don't sleep. I'm up all night. It's bizarre. The very first camp, I was a counselor and I led Troop Marshwiggle. And we decided, the counselors got together before camp and we were like, let's take silly photos that are all themed and we'll all post a themed photo from every day. And somehow I convinced my professional photographer friend to go out in the woods with me with my My Little Ponies. Like, no joke, like big My Little Pony figures and all this stuff and take ridiculous pictures of me for camp. And I still, like, that was the most fun. And I still have all those photos.
Is that the one where Kara's eating the s'mores?
Yes, that was the year from when Kara was eating the s'mores.
Because that picture brings me delight.
There is a photo of me eating marshmallows somewhere where they're like gooing out of my mouth and I'm like smiling through it. And it's like, oh, it's like the best blackmail photo, except I post it myself. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah, Kara found that one recently.
Yeah.
My favorite IGGPP camp memory is when Joanna was in Chicago for 3 years, and we went and did the scavenger hunt with Rosa, where we like shipped the box to her.
Oh yeah,
if anyone remembers that. And so Joanna and I went on this weird like videoing trek around the city.
We filmed it.
We went to the lake, we were at this park, and we were like dressed up in our weird camp outfits, and people were like giving us weird looks, these two ladies walking around like that. Oh. And I was actually pregnant at the time, and I'm like, dude, do I look pregnant in this? Because nobody knows I'm pregnant. Like,
we were like filming at angles where you couldn't see. Like, you could see Summer from here up and not like nothing else.
Yeah, you can't see that my shirt is actually not buttoned at the bottom, which probably led even more to the like awkwardness of me walking around with like, a weird half-buttoned shirt. Because I was like, this is my camp shirt. It is the shirt I have to wear for camp, but it doesn't fit me. What do I do? Wear it anyway.
We did, and we had a cutout of Rosa that we carried around with us so she could be in the videos with us.
I forgot that part. We did do that. And then there was one where we had to throw a paper airplane, and we just like, kept hitting the camera with the paper airplane or completely missing, but we couldn't get a good shot.
I had completely forgotten about that. I don't know how.
How did you forget that? And then there was also was that the same year we filmed the Blair Witch Project and we were like pretending to be dead bodies in the park?
Yes.
Jim Bob.
I think it actually was.
That one was hilarious. We're just like filming these weird camp scenes in the park with our Jim Bob and pretending to reenact scenes from the Blair Witch Project.
Chase is like in the kitchen, like cleaning my cast iron. He is so confused about everything that is going on.
That's legit.
Like he's just.
I think that's like a family thing.
His head, like he's.
We're totally normal humans from the totally normal internet. We
Totally normal.
Totally normal. Not at all weird space alien monsters.
All right, I have another question. If you could play any Disney prince or princess at Disney, who would you play? And I think I want to open it up to be any character. So if you were going to play a park character at Disney, who would you play? And I want to hear why.
I don't want to go first for this one. Someone else has to go first. I have to pick.
Oh, let me go get him.
100% all the way today.
Say it again.
Haunted Mansion.
Oh, the Haunted Mansion?
100%. Because
Okay.
it's like the best. Well, one, it's deep ride, and I don't care what anybody else says. Best ride. And then for me, it's like the perfect mix of on crappy rainy days when you're there, you totally fit in. And then on horrible hot sunny days, you get to be inside this air-conditioned building sometimes. And if you're in a really bad mood, you are already in character. And if you're in a good mood, you get to super play it up and be whatever you want and creep people out. And I think that's like just the most fantastic combination.
Ooh, I feel like that's actually the correct answer.
You know what?
I
I was there yesterday, and the Haunted Mansion, like, cast members were in their full buttoned-up wool cloaks in August in Southern California.
That's
And
why
it was
I want to
like,
do it in Paris.
huh?
That's why I want to do it in Paris.
Okay, you've got it figured out then.
Oh,
Like, let me just tell you, I was standing beside one of these guys yesterday, and he looked miserable.
I was gonna say, I was like, which Disney character has the most comfortable costume?
That's what I'm looking for.
Probably at this point, Moana, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know if I would. I mean, princess-wise, I'd probably want to be like Snow White. Right? Do they still have Snow White out?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But
Every day.
Megara? What? How do you, from Hercules, what's her face?
Megara.
Megara.
Yeah.
Or who I would be. One, just sarcasm is just an inherent part of my natural personality. So I really have to.
I feel like I'd just walk around like snarky, but like princess snarky. You know, princess snarky.
Right.
No, it's a thing.
So, my favorite character to meet at Disney is Cruella de Vil because she's hilarious. But she has to wear a fur coat as well. I asked her recently if she wasn't hot because it was like 95 degrees and she was wearing her fur coat. And her response was, "No, darling, fur breeds, or at least do."
Aww.
Sorry. But if you were Mary Poppins, you could ride the carousel all the time and make people happy. And you'd always get the cool horse because Jingles the horse is reserved for Mary.
Oh, I could do that.
Ooh, I bet Merida, if they let me wear a orange wig, if I could pull that off. I've been a redhead. I can't pull it off. But if I could pull it off, Merida would be a great one.
Okay, so what if it was a character that isn't a character? Like, what Disney character that you don't often or ever see walking around would you want to be? Because mine would be Madame Medusa from The Rescuers in her purple pumps, red dress, and pearls.
Can I be Miss Bianca to your Medusa? Because I love Miss Bianca.
She's so fabulous.
She's so fabulous.
Who's the princess from the Black Cauldron?
Eilonwy.
Oh,
She's super Welsh.
Eilonwy.
Probably do that, since you really don't see her, and she is kind of like, who is this? Like I just said.
so speaking of your Oodle Lally shirt, I was lucky enough one time to see Robin Hood characters out and about at Disney. And
Wow.
I've never seen it again. But like an actual Friar Tuck and Prince John and Robin Hood characters wandering around signing autographs.
No, I got a confession. I've never been to Disney, so I can't.
Me either.
I've only been one time, and I like how Joe is with clowns. I don't get like the full body characters. I'm just like, oh, this is weird. I also hate lines. So I'm like, bleh, lines. I'll just not take a picture with this person dressed as this character.
Friar Tuck, like right here.
Yeah.
That is Tiny Joe. That is. What year was this? I was 5. And my dad's rocking mustache.
Yeah, but they didn't have any like. I have to feel like half the characters who are there now or more were not even there then.
No,
Much
but
more
that's
limited.
like I haven't seen them since it was this. Like, look at these characters; they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I have not seen them in the parks since like I was 5. Since like 19. We won't talk about it. In the Ace.
I saw them. It would have been like 2002, maybe. It was in Disneyland Paris, though, so I don't know if it was like.
Ooh la la, Stina with all her Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
I have friends.
I was really lucky.
Mm-hmm. I have friends who go do the Disney, like the holiday, or not the holiday, the Halloween one all the time, where they say there's like a lot more villains. And the Cinderella's stepsisters, I feel like that would be a great one to play because they get to be like snarky jerks, but also still wear like cute dresses.
Right.
You can meet them at the new Fantasyland section in Orlando that opened several years ago. They hang out there.
Oh, I didn't see them when I was there. Yeah. Baymax was fun. That would be a good one to play because you just like hang out and don't have to do anything.
Again.
Except this.
Someone else said they'd want to be Madame Mim. I think Madame Mim would be super fun.
It would be so fun.
Another Disney question.
Mim?
Madame Mim, the other wizard from Sword in the Stone. The lady one that did all the, like, she changed into all the different animals and stuff, and she had the battle with Merlin.
Oh.
She wears pink and purple.
Yes. Yes.
And has gray hair.
Yeah.
Or like purpley gray hair.
Yep. I know who that is. Yep. That's just what my hair looks like.
I have another Disney question.
Lay it on me.
Have you ever been to Dapper Day, and what did you wear, and was it dreamy?
I wish.
No, but I wish.
I know. I think Joe's the only one who has. I would love to go for Dapper Day.
I've been to several Dapper Days. It is very fun. This spring, my husband and I went as bound. So we do Disney bounding as Dapper Day outfits. He was Ursula, and I was flotsam and jetsam in one with the green. And I had these big yellow sunglasses to be like the eel's eyes. It was fun. Kim dresses up a lot though, but not for Dapper Day. But Kim should go to Dapper Day.
I would love to. I think that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's one of those like necessities in your life. At some point, you need to.
I want to go. I want to go.
Oh. All right. I have not checked Twitter in a little while. Let me see what's there. Nothing. I think everybody is in the chat. Like, I think that everybody watching is in the video chat. Yeah, Madam M, the Lady Sorceress.
The Lady Sorceress makes her sound like the Disney version of Miss Fisher.
All right. I got distracted looking at Twitter. That happens.
How's the
Oh, look, Summer has turned into Toothless. All right, so here is the next question. If we were to have, and this is not actually happening, this is just a discussion question, so like don't make any plans. But if we were gonna stay up late watching a movie at camp, what type of movie would it be? And if you have a specific one that you'd want to watch, what would it be? Again, we've already got watch-alongs planned. This is just like, I'm just curious. Because here's the example. Every time that it would rain when I was a camp counselor and we'd have to like have the kids all come inside, like into the mess hall, we would put on Goonies. So like Goonies was our go-to camp movie.
Good one.
Let's think.
It's a
Well,
stump.
now all I can think about is
Sorry.
Wait, did I miss the question?
What movie, like, what would be your go-to watch-along camp movie? And not, like, what we're actually doing for camp here, but, like, you know. So, like, the example was we would watch Goonies every year. Like, on whatever day it would rain and we'd have to bring everybody inside.
I would show everyone The Little Princess every year.
why.
I love that movie.
That movie. I'm just really curious why.
Because I owned it on VHS. I only owned like 4 movies, and one of the because we had like I did the bus duty a lot between this Dallas and the camp, and it might have been I don't think it was my Peter Pan that I was showing Peter Pan, because these are like legit my movies that I had from like the early 90s. So I had Little Mermaid, Peter Pan, Little Princess, and that might have been it. So I just showed Little Princess all the time because it ate my version of Peter Pan, and you can only watch Little Mermaid so many times.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie. It's like it's sad, but it's heartwarming. There's death.
I do not disagree. I was just curious.
There's a hot dad. What are you gonna do?
Hot dads.
Hot dad alert.
Answers from the chat include Monster Squad and Little Monsters.
If I actually, there's a Toothless back here.
I thought you put him there on purpose.
I did. I think my husband did that. I've got like Toothless on one side and like what's his face Stitch over here. I need more pillows. This blanket fort needs more pillows.
Oh, I'm gonna hit the chair.
I think my answer would be I try to like appease the because like I agree. Who was it? One of the counselors was saying, I think it was maybe Billette, was saying that like horror is like a necessity at camp, and like So I would try to like appease that, but also not freak everybody out and do an Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Ooh.
I just bought Rear Window, and it showed up today.
Ooh.
I'm very excited because it wasn't streaming anywhere. I've been trying desperately for 2 weeks to find Rear Window, and I gave up and I bought it on Blu-ray.
I don't know. I think the actual answer to that question would probably be something like League of Their Own. I think it depends on the age of the campers.
This is legit.
If it is our age campers, I'd probably show movies like that, or like what was that? Now and Then, Now and Later.
The Page Master, Harry Potter. Those are
Ooh,
also
the Page Master.
I remember
Whoa.
Page Master.
I'd watch, like a Neverending Story.
Can I tell a funny story about a camp movie?
Yes.
So one of the types of camps I worked at, I was a zoo camp counselor for like 3 or 4 years, and it was just a day camp. Like kids would just come, but when it was super hot during the day, we would have them eat lunch inside, and lunch was a full hour. And we all needed a break too. So we had maybe like 4 VHSs, or no, DVDs. We did have DVDs. But we only had 4 of them, kind of like what Summer was describing. But being that it was a zoo camp, they wanted us to watch animal movies. So the movies that we had were Lion King, Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, and Chicken Little.
Nope.
Animal movies. So I watched those movies because we could go through all of them and then still have to repeat one in the week, because we had 5 hours of lunches to fill and 3 movies. So we'd watch those movies over and over again. Well, we wore out our DVD player. So somebody went somewhere, I don't know what store. They went to some store and bought us a new DVD player rather than ordering one, because they knew that we needed it for lunchtime. And we discovered that the DVD player that had been purchased in the box at a store had been previously purchased and returned, because we hooked the brand new DVD player up to our TV at camp, and it was a smart DVD player that automatically started playing the disc that had been left inside of the DVD player when it got returned, and it was 100% an adult movie.
Yes, that feels like someone did that on purpose.
Oh, it was thankfully none of the children were in there, but we were like,
Joanna, you said it was a camp about animals. This is nature. They've got to learn it.
It is nature.
Somebody did that on purpose.
Surprise! They had to have. But it was like, we thought it was new in the box. As far as we knew, it was new in the box. And we plugged it in, and it was not as advertised.
Whoops.
There was a bonus DVD.
Bonus
extra.
Bonus
what?
feature.
Bonus features.
Oh, bonus features. Yes. Unexpected bonus features. Oh my goodness.
I was going to say a title of your sex tape, but then I realized that's what we're talking about. I can't mean it with a meme that makes sense, because that's what it is.
Okay. The Eagle Blair Witch Project has been dropped into the Discord, and I'm going to pin it in the Campfire thread. So if you guys want to go find it later, it'll be pinned in the Campfire chat.
I'm so afraid to watch it. I mean, I've seen it before, but I'm like afraid to watch our.
Can I tell you guys something? I've never actually watched Blair Witch itself all the way through.
Neither have I.
Well, lucky for you two, it's now on Netflix stream.
It is. It is. I've also not seen Cabin in the Woods yet, and I feel like I would really enjoy Cabin in the Woods.
I like Cabin in the Woods. I don't really like horror.
I like horror.
Mm-mm.
I don't like jump scare slasher horror. I like psychological horror.
Okay, so this leads to a question I want to ask. Okay, so what's the movie you're embarrassed you haven't seen?
The movie.
Because mine is Shawshank Redemption.
Ah.
I've never seen it, but I'm not embarrassed I haven't seen it.
See, I get crap all the time for never having seen it.
I'm also not from Oklahoma, so I don't know if that's a thing.
Maybe.
I'm
not from Oklahoma either. I just live here.
I just live here.
I've been trying to fix all of those. Like there was a whole list of stuff that I felt really embarrassed that I had never seen, and I've slowly been like fixing it. But I will say what it was Alien and Aliens.
Yeah.
I had never seen the original like Sigourney Weaver Alien movies, and I watched them for the first time within the last year. It's very recent. And for someone who like loves horror and loves sci-fi, like what the heck? Why had I not seen?
Yeah, I feel like those are movies you would like. Did you like them?
I will say like, oh, I loved them. But my biggest concern, and I watched them with my husband, and I made him tell me if the cat survived. I'm like, I will not watch this if the cat does not survive. I don't care.
There's a website for that.
Tell me about the cat.
Yeah, you know the website, Joe?
No.
DoesTheDogDie.com?
Oh,
I feel like I need to know.
If the animal survives.
It literally just tells you if the animal in the movie makes it to the end of the movie, and it like gives you like no, this dog doesn't die, or like questionable. You don't actually know the outcome of the dog, and it's like
useful information.
Yeah, it's more than just that too. It's become more than just does the dog die. It's more kind of general things that people would be upset by, like violence towards women and children, and gross bloody murder scenes of people, animals, the like. Yeah.
I don't do well with animals. The cat, so like the chat has said this, but I will say this: the cat survives. So, like, if you have not seen Alien or Aliens and you want to know, the cat makes it. It's important.
If you've never watched Equilibrium, it's a fantastic movie. 1 million people die. Your heart will be wrenched out when the dog doesn't make it. They don't show it, but you hear it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
But Equilibrium is a very good movie.
It is a great movie.
I'm trying to think of what mine would be.
I regret nothing.
Yeah, I don't
Except that
watch
clown thing.
There are movies that I regret watching.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
There are definitely, like, I have way more regrets about movies that I've sat through.
I got out. I watched Green Lantern today. I don't know why.
You just randomly watched Green Lantern.
I haven't seen that, and I don't regret it.
My summer cold that I've been fighting finally decided that I finally thought I had nipped in the bud. Decided today, oh no, like, you're not done. So I was like, well, let's do an impromptu watch along, and I was the only one that watched it. And I sat there for an hour, and I'm like, why did I think this was good?
And now you're like, I know why I'm the only one who showed up to this.
Lifeguard hitter came, and I was like, who told me that this was good?
No one.
No one.
18-year-old me was like, yeah. And then I had that moment where I'm in the middle of the movie, and I'm like, I saw this with my mom, and I think this is about the point she fell asleep.
Oh my gosh.
Why did I do this?
I'm married to a Green Lantern apologist. Like, he's the person where, like, when people bring up Green Lantern and how terrible it is, he's like, it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, what are you comparing it to that it wasn't that bad? Because it's awful.
I will say that's one of my favorite lines of the Teen Titans Go movie. There was a Green Lantern movie, but we don't talk about that.
You Guys, do you use Siri a lot? Like, I'm like, Siri, remind me to do this tomorrow. Or like, remind me in 5 minutes to do this. All right,
I use cereal a lot.
I use Siri.
Like
But
Cheerios.
So, I use Siri a lot, and I'm always just like, Siri, remind me when I get, like, remind me at 7 o'clock to start some laundry. Or, you know, remind me tomorrow that I need to bring this to work with me. So then I get, like, a thing pops up on my phone and tells me what it is. But I never actually, like, check what it says when I put it in. And so sometimes, like, the voice to text is not the greatest. So I don't even want to tell you what I told Siri to remind me is due tomorrow. But what Siri told me is due tomorrow. Oh no, I killed Mercedes. It says my dick is due tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
And now my husband is choking from the other room too.
You better pull that out to thaw.
I know. I should pull it out overnight so that if it's due tomorrow. I'll tell you what I asked it to remind me is that daycare is due tomorrow. My daycare.
That's a huge difference.
That is a significant difference.
I'm glad I didn't say mix up. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't say pay my dick tomorrow. Oh no, I killed them. Dear campers, I'm sorry I have no more counselors because I murdered them with Siri.
Oh, I'm crying.
I'm sorry, your entire staff choked.
All your counselors choked on LaCroix. Great, that's it. Campfire done. We can't beat that.
Oh
no, I killed Mercedes.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I do love that you watched Green Lantern today and you're wearing your green shirt, drinking your green LaCroix with like your green eyeshadow.
You are on theme.
Theme appropriate.
Actually, blue eyeshadow.
Oh.
That I did earlier today that I immediately took off because I'm like, I'm at my house. It's just me and the dog. Why am I sitting? Why did I dress up for this dog?
I do that.
I really
dogs know.
They did know.
They appreciate it.
I was just like, and then I did it, and then I took that picture, and I was like, someone please teach me how to apply liquid lipstick and not get mascara on my eyelids after I...
I have a trick for that.
I was going to say, for liquid lipstick, don't put it all the way to the edge. Put it here, and then, like, moosh a little bit, and then, like, slowly fill in.
Perfect. I'm going to do that.
Okay, so for the mascara on your eyes, because I have that problem all the time to the point that, like, I've gone through a million mascaras because I'm like, they're all too liquidy. They won't stay on my eyelashes. So I finally got, NYX has a white eyeshadow primer that's supposed to go, like, under your eyeshadow. But if you put it on your eyelid and then do your mascara and then wait for it to dry and then you can just wipe the primer off or just put that and it's magically gone.
I have that primer. I'm going to try it.
So I do something different. I do my liner and mascara last. And where I tend to have is like, it'll get right here on the edge if I don't do it till it's dry. So like normally what I do is I do this and then I do lipstick. And so I just keep looking down while I'm doing stuff and then it dries pretty quickly. But because I do a primer and then my actual shadow, I have a small blending brush, and because the shadow is on before I do it, you can actually like usually blend out the little dots. Like if I get like just the teeny little smudges, I just blend it with my shadow brush again and it goes away.
We're also helpful.
Yeah.
I know.
It's the hive mind. You just pull the hive mind and see what people come up with.
My eyes are still watering.
Okay. Back up. How do you put mascara on?
So your dick work tomorrow.
I have a weird trick for mascara. I hold the wand still and I actually slowly blink over it basically. So it's like this motion where I only put it on from underneath and then it doesn't get like in my eye. That's how I do it.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blink.
the base and then
Hold the
whip.
brush fairly steady and slowly blink over it like this, and it pulls the lashes up. I don't know if you were being silly with that question, but that is like a game changer when you learn how to do that trick.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna choose.
Hey, we should do like a makeup craft next year.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever done anything with that, have we?
I could do that.
Wait, a makeup what?
Like a makeup craft or like a makeup, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I think we've done like lip balmy things.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do like a lip balm.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know. So this is only kind of sort of related. I have a bunch of nail polish that I'm cleaning out because it's gotten old. So like, I don't want to give it to anybody, but you also like don't want to just throw out nail polish because it's gross and bad for the environment. So I've been looking up crafts that you can do with nail polish, and there's some really cool stuff out there. The first thing that I tried, I had a pin that was like a Christmas wreath pin where all the paint had rubbed off of it, and I totally took old nail polish and repainted it, and it looks really cool. But I've seen these other ones where you pour the nail polish out into like a pan of oil or water or some like liquid, and you roll glass through it, and it creates this marbling effect of the nail polish all over the thing, and then you have this marbled gorgeous glass.
Oh, then do I have a craft for you on Saturday?
I was gonna say, aren't you doing that craft?
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I have so much nail polish that I got in Ipsies that I don't use.
Did I already proof that blog post and I've already forgotten about it? That isn't 100% possible.
It's a cabin craft.
Oh, I was like, I know I would have noticed that if I'd scheduled that.
It's a forum post.
It's in my
okay.
craft corner because I can't do crafts.
Okay. All right. There we go. I was like, hang on.
No.
Because I know everything that's going through.
As the direct editor of this blog.
Right. I'm like, that was not something I proved.
No, it's me.
Okay. All right. That's cool. I'll have to go check out your forum post.
Yeah. Probably drop it tomorrow-ish.
Yeah, we've done, okay, yeah, the chat is like makeup boot camp, or makeup 101. We've done stuff at Halloween for cosplays. Yeah, and there are makeup tutorials on the blog, but it's more like specific looks. I don't think that there's any kind of like a makeup 101. And a couple other people are like sleepover. Like, you know how you used to give each other, I don't know. It was like a thing. I didn't go to sleepovers as a kid, which is a whole other thing. But like,
we can also watch the terrible teen movie Sleepover.
Yeah.
While doing sleepover makeup.
We could. Or we could watch the amazing teen movie Josie and the Pussycats.
Yes. Way better. Much better.
Which I have not seen in far too long.
Let's watch a bunch of Rivendell.
Headphones for it.
I have a pair of officially licensed Josie ears from when the movie came out.
And not what you're currently wearing.
Not what I'm currently wearing. No, it's like the leopard print ones with the studs.
Nice.
Yeah. They are somewhere. Oh.
Sorry, the cider is finally getting to me.
Oh, I zoned.
I was doing a little weird bob dance.
Hey, last night.
I am not drinking because it is not even dinner time here on the West California coast. Blanket Fort wine night, though. Watch me progressively drink more and more of a bottle of wine while I answer your questions.
Tomorrow night.
Because I'm starting Hamilton cocktails at like 4:30 my time.
Perfect.
And then
Oh,
wine
right.
night starts at 8. And mimosas for the next day, and I'm just gonna be drunk.
Okay,
the whole rest of
but
the
there are food windows in between. So like
True. That's
Hamilton
true.
cocktails, eat dinner. Wine night, sleep, breakfast, mimosas.
I'll just have full loaves of bread in between.
Make sure that it's like appropriately 1700s, late 1700s bread that you kneaded yourself.
The question has been asked, what kind of cider are you drinking, Summer?
You know what? That's a great question. And I was afraid someone was going to ask it when I poured it out and went, what kind of cider is this? Because someone might ask me that. It is a lumberjack. It's got rhubarb in it. That's why it's kind of pink, if you can see.
Cool.
So,
Is it good? I saw that at the store.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like cider, but like a little bit rhubarby. So
I have a rhubarb pie there
The restock.
that I'm eating.
Lumberjack cider. I'd never had this before. Yeah, lumberjack rhubarb cider. It's a shilling hard cider, which is from the Pacific Northwest.
That's why it's called lumberjack.
I can't spell lumber.
Yeah, it's the shilling hard cider rhubarb lumberjack. It's got a picture of a very bearded dude with a pipe on the thing of it.
Really hard ciders. There it is. Wonderful.
Yeah. But it's pretty good.
Cool.
They make a lot of interesting flavor comboed ciders.
Yeah, I agree. There was a comment, Lumberjane. Like, yes.
Lumberjane cider.
Yes.
Has anybody ever been to Paul Bunyan in the Wisconsin Dells?
To Paul Bunyan.
No. It's a restaurant. Okay, so there's a
I have driven past it, but I did not eat there. I ate at the train one.
I'll be passing through there in like 2 weeks if you need me to stop there for science and or camp related things.
Well, my question is, so lumberjack, the appropriate feminine bathroom should be lumberjane.
Right.
Okay? They have lumberjill.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't stop there.
Because they're thinking like Jack and Jill.
Oh my gosh. Paul Bunyan's Cook Shanty.
It's delicious food.
Cook Shanty.
Okay, but there's also a train-themed restaurant there where the train can bring you your food.
Okay, guys, I'm literally passing through on Labor Day. Let me know where I should eat Labor Day in Wisconsin Dells.
But you have to come back.
Buffalo Bill.
No, I'm going to stop in Madison on the way there. Maybe. I'll probably stop in Madison one of the ways.
Madison Schmadison.
Madison. Who has friends in Madison?
I have friends in Madison too.
Yeah, some of them are the same friends in Madison.
It looks like we have the same friends in Madison. Oh well.
Shout out Madison Eagles.
Like a sushi train. No, like a train, like a so
like
not
an
like a conveyor belt like the sushi train, but like a model train that like has and they put plates on it and it comes out to you. And then you take it, and then it like backs up and leaves it like a train with an engine.
That's
just
My brother and his wife were just at that restaurant, and there was a train wreck. And
oh
no! A whole bunch of cars carrying drinks.
Oh no!
Oh,
now I'm choking.
That's bad.
This is called Buffalo Phil's. That's not Buffalo Bill, Buffalo Phil.
Oh my gosh.
Families love our train delivered foods.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It seats 500 plus people with 2 levels of full service restaurant.
And an arcade.
Oh, we can have a private room for 25 or more. Ooh, the 3rd level of the restaurant is the Crystal Room. The Crystal Room uses vintage elegance. Quotes are theirs, not mine. Vintage elegance as inspiration for its decor.
Oh, yay.
This room is accented by crystal chandeliers, trendy vintage decor, an embossed ceiling, and antique Brunswick bar.
Oh.
And there's a double-sided fireplace that makes for a beautiful backdrop for photos.
Oh.
I probably have a photo of that.
All right, I may have to put a poll on Twitter to see if I am supposed to eat at the. I forgot about the first place now because I got so distracted by the trains.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan. If I eat at the Paul Bunyan restaurant or the train restaurant. Last time I just ate at some restaurant that overlooked the lake. What a loser I was.
It's a missed
patio
opportunity.
seating with a lake. I could have had a train deliver me food and not a waitress.
On the lake.
On the lake, lame. Trains, yes.
Also, a vintage water ski show at the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah,
that is the most dirty dancing experience I've ever had in my life.
We were actually, the restaurant is across the river lake thing. It's a very narrow lake.
Right.
I don't really want to call it a lake, but it is a lake. But literally, it's like, 200 yards across the lake. So like the water ski area, that show area was like literally right across from this restaurant, across the water.
I feel like we should take a moment, since we're all talking about this place called Wisconsin Dells, to explain. So, Wisconsin is a state.
It's a magical place.
It's got a lot of cheese in it. No, but like
the quote from Love Actually where he goes to Wisconsin, he's like, I'm gonna go to America, I'm gonna go to the greatest place ever, Wisconsin. My favorite.
So Wisconsin Dells is a water park resort area. So they're like a bunch of like resort.
It's a naturey, family-friendly tourist town.
Yes.
It's very touristy. It's like super kitschy.
Yes.
Lots of theme restaurants, lots of like themed hotels.
Lots of water parks.
Lots of water parks. In the
woods. The fake Titanic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like the Ripley's, believe it or not. And
it's like if Las Vegas was in the Midwest and didn't have gambling.
Yeah. And what's weird is there's actually like 3 of them. So there's the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah.
Gatlinburg is the exact same thing. And then Branson, Missouri is Oklahoma's version of the Wisconsin Dells. Like
I really love.
Okay, so my impression of Branson is where people go, like where singers who are over 75 go when they retire, and they sing there for like the rest of their careers.
How allergic to cats is Valerie? Very. Sorry. My cat has. So I had some catnip toys in this envelope, but then I put my thank you letter for the day was to Valerie, and I put her thing in here, and now the cat has been like clawing it up, so he's been sitting over there tearing apart her envelope.
I think just maybe warn her.
Don't. Yeah. Open the envelope and
this with
throw it away. I mean, I feel like there's probably worse things that passes through in the mail, but it's just like, oh, it's already like torn up. It wasn't the mailman, it was my cat. It's just like 1 layer, so it's fine. It's a padded envelope. I was going to say something about Wisconsin Dells, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, my favorite place in Wisconsin Dells. Do you want to hear about that?
Yes.
It's great. So it's this place called Wizard Quest.
Already sold.
Have any of you been to Wizard Quest?
No.
Okay. So I had the best experience at Wizard Quest. I don't know if I could go back there because it wouldn't be as magical as the first time I went to Wizard Quest. But basically, like, imagine a, those, like, I Spy books when you were a kid, and it was, like, a picture of, like, a fairy and a garden, and you had to, like, find all the tiny little details and things?
Yeah.
So it's basically, like, that, but in a warehouse with, like, so it's just this, and it's kind of got slides and, like, multi-level, so you kind of have to, like a jungle gym meets an I Spy book meets a weird, very dated quest where you have to save some wizards. And to save the wizards, you have to like so there's the 4 wizards and you have to like go save them, and to save them you have to like have a certain number of points, and to get the points you have to answer questions and then put it into this computer system. So the points could be like, you know, what color is the fairy eating dinner? And then you have to go like search this whole freaking warehouse that like looks like a Wizard Kingdom like book come to life, and find the fairies eating dinner, and you're like, here they are, and that fairy's blue. So then you go back and you type blue, and it's like 5 points.
I think we have found next year's camp game.
Yeah, and there's a ball pit, and there's like hidden doors, and there's like the 4 different ones. So there's like the earth area, the water area, the wind air area, and then the very scary fire area. And there's like music going on. So like I made a friend go with. So we went at like 10 o'clock at night in the off season. So literally the only people in this entire place were me and my adult friends running around like crazy, trying to solve these things. We did it. We won. They only give you like 2 hours. I think we spent like an hour 45, so we almost didn't do it. So it's kind of like an escape room meets an I Spy meets a really horrible 90s game meets awesomeness.
That sounds fantastic.
Meets a jungle gym. Yeah. There's a ball pit. I almost got stuck in the ball pit because it's definitely not made for people my size. Yeah, it's fun. There's like a hidden room. We like crawled under a table, and it was neat. Anyway, everyone come to Wizard Quest with me.
I will come.
Not paid for this endorsement. I just really want to go back to Wizard Quest.
It's kind of the thing that I really want to do. Everyone is invited to do. I want to do Sleep No More.
Oh, I think I'd be afraid of it.
What is that?
I can't. It's like it's an interactive.
Do you want me to explain it?
Hard to explain. It's like you walk through Hamlet, or is it Macbeth?
It's Macbeth. It's set in this hotel in New York, and it's basically like a choose your own adventure Macbeth. So, but it's like it's not period. It's more. I don't want to say it's more modern, but it's
choose
not.
Your own adventure Macbeth, like
yeah,
but you get
you choose which murders to commit.
No. You choose. So the whole thing is happening at the same time. So you get to choose, like, am I gonna follow Macbeth? Do I want to go follow Macduff? Like, what's going on with Banquo? So like you can just walk around. It's not like a seated theater experience. It's like the act, like a scene will happen in a room, and
so
then
it's an immersive Macbeth experience.
Yes,
and you get to like open drawers, and you get to see like Lady Macbeth's knife and like all of her, and you can follow Lady Macbeth. It's
what if I just want to hang with the witches all night?
I think you can.
I would do that. I'd be like, yes.
Hello, ladies.
But it's not, and when I say it's like, it's Macbeth, but it's not like they're not reciting the Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're telling the story, but it's mostly like not scripted like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there are witches. I don't know. I've never done it. I have friends who've done it. I did the immersive, I did this really weird theater thing. I can't believe I did it. I had a free ticket, and I had already been at work for like ridiculous amounts of time, but it was a interactive version of, I want to say What's the Tragedy with the Nun and the rich dude who's a douche and Sisters and Mistaken Identity, but that's literally all of them.
Sound of Music?
No, the Shakespeare play.
I mean, you said With the Nun and Mistaken Identities and Rich Dude who's a douche, so like...
It could be many things, but this one is specifically a Shakespeare play.
It could be multitudes.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a Sleep No Worry thing, except this was like literally you got, and the reason I did it was because my friend was kind of like the stage manager at the time, which is very weird. But so you got this tablet, so you go to so basically you bought your ticket, and they emailed you, and they're like, go to this place at this time. And it's a one-on-one experience. Like you show up by yourself and you do this by yourself. And you went there, and it happened to be the theater where I worked at the time. So I kind of knew the beginning because I worked there and knew what was going on. But so you get there, and there's an actor who meets you, and they like give you this tablet, and like on the which has a little hand slip thingy. So like on the tablet is basically a video, like you press play, and it is the actor sitting in front of you, and you're like, okay, there's the actor sitting in front of me in the same, and then they like end up, you have to like, the actor gets up and you like turn around and you follow the actor as they leave. And so you get up, you leave the theater, you walk down the street, you're walking in downtown Chicago, like, and I did this at night, so like it's dark, so I'm this is like super stranger danger, but like you're following your tablet where there's somebody walking on the street and you're just walking the same path they're walking, not knowing where you're going or what you're doing. You ended up in City Hall, and you ended up like in an elevator in City Hall. You ended up in a church, and you were like in a church for a while. Like they had to coordinate with all these. I mean, they coordinated with us for the theater, but they coordinated with all these venues, like doing this, which was really cool. You ended up at one point, you went in this dive bar, and an actor's like, let me buy you a shot. So now you're doing shots with a stranger you've met in a dive bar. And then he takes you out to the back alley and is like, close your eyes and open your mouth. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then you end up, but seriously, then you end up in a hotel room with a man in the bed next to you. Like,
Oh no!
And you pay for this experience? Because this just sounds like
at one point you end up
sophomore
blindfolded.
year of college with poor life decisions.
At one point you end up blindfolded in the backseat of the car with a dead body in your with a head in your hands. Like they give you this dead. There's a. Yeah, I did this, and then. And then you end up in this like, well, now it's not abandoned, but at the time it was like this rundown theater, and you end up in this tiny, like you're blindfolded in the car, they drive you to another location, they blindfolded leave you into this thing, and then the thing that they put on this record player, and the record player's like, take off your blindfold, and then it like is talking to you, and then it's like, open the door, and you open the door and you're like on a stage somewhere, and you're just like, it was insane, but it was really cool. There's a lot of trust that went into that.
Wow.
A few questions, and
Just a few.
and I don't know. Oh my.
Well, the chat wants to know why you had to close your eyes and open your mouth. What happened?
He put a lollipop in there. It's fine.
Okay.
I got a lollipop.
Oh boy.
Who was asking that question?
That would be Aaron.
Okay. Yeah. It was actually near where I met you that one time, Aaron. If it is the same Aaron I am thinking of.
Well, immersive theater experience.
Yeah, what was that called? It was like a Scottish company, I think, that had done that.
Oh boy.
All right, guys. Any other questions for us?
How about porn?
I want to know what it was now. I don't even remember. Shoot.
You'll remember after we sign off.
I know. Now all I can think of is Sleep No More, but it was not. It was a similar-ish feel, but.
Okay, but like Sleep No More is a line from Hamlet. So why did they use that for the name of Macbeth? I'm still hung up on this.
Is it? I thought it was from
I thought it was
from Macbeth.
To die to sleep no more.
No, it's Sleep No More. Macbeth is murdering sleep.
Ah, yeah, okay.
It's to die perchance to sleep. Or like it's perchance to sleep.
Chance to dream.
To sleep perchance to dream.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Patch Kids.
Welcome to IGGPPCamp, where we just poorly quote Shakespeare. What? What's that play with the nun? Shakespeare play. I'm gonna look this up.
None.
Shakespeare play.
No,
nun.
I'm right. No, to be or not to be, that is the question. I'm like, no, I had to recite this for my like.
It's Measure for Measure.
Yeah.
No, the one that I was thinking of is Measure for Measure.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing in them, to die to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we in the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to, 'tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep perchance to dream. Ah, there's the rub.
Oh, I guess he uses it
Oh.
in multiple plays.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but like that was why I was confused because I'm like, but that's Hamilton. That's Hamilton.
That's Hamilton, and that's bringing it full circle.
That's Hamilton.
And
Yay,
here we are.
Hamlet.
Yay, Hamlet.
Whoa,
Oh,
pork.
hello, Porg.
My pork fell.
Have you guys seen the cat running back and forth behind me? Because my cat keeps running back and forth.
I just
And I haven't said anything because I'm not sure if everybody else can see it, but I see it.
I've
What
got
cat?
He's not there now.
You have no cats, Joanna.
Don't tell anybody that.
When did I? Oh, there he is.
See?
Caspian, what are you doing?
I don't know. That's why, like, he came in here the one time and let me give him a hug, and he's just like, zoop, 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 zoop. Hi, we're talking about you. Did you hear your name? Come here. Come here. What are you doing?
Talk about the floor.
Oh, it's called Since I Suppose.
cat.
Have you ever done cat beards?
Yeah.
My cats aren't that patient.
Well, he's not that patient. He knows it's faster to cooperate with me, and I'm more likely to let him go if he just sits here. He's very angry about it. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, girl. Hey, sorry. I was reading the chat because I was gonna put the link in there.
Oh, the chat's great.
Ah! It won't let me post it.
No, you'll have to post it. Post it in the Discord, and we will send everybody there. Yes, we will too.
It's called Since I Suppose, and it was at the Chicago Shakespeare Theater
Yes, it
in
was.
2004.
So a long time ago.
Yeah, it's like, which I'm like super into site specific theater, so I kind of like love it.
Sorry.
I have to go grab my phone charger because apparently my phone is going to die unless we're. I don't know how long we're chatting.
Not much longer. I had said 30 more minutes, but if we are winding down, we can call it a night, and I will post the link to this where everybody who did not get to watch can watch it later. Oh, I'm putting it in the daily campfire tomorrow, Summer. Everyone's going to see it.
No, my greatest fear about the clowns.
I'll put a disclaimer. Any fears admitted were only admitted for the context of this video and are not actual fears, real or implied.
Don't tell my mom.
I don't think your mom's going to read the daily campfire.
I don't think my mom knows how to use the internet. Wait, I'm like reading the chat now, but it's like 2 lines at a time. Why is that?
Which part are you? Because where are you logged in? Are you logged in?
Never mind. I just had the screen minimized so much. Oh my gosh, y'all said a lot. Hey, y'all.
I should probably go look at the chat.
Hey. Yes.
I don't know what
Lumberjanes.
Okay,
Oh, who made the entree joke?
so the on-train. That was
On-train.
very good. All right, so since we are heading towards the last stretch of this chat, and because we have a counselor from each troop here, what are your troops doing tomorrow? What is on the docket?
I am not going to look up a schedule right now because I have it memorized.
Way for me to put you on the spot.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday.
I know We're gonna have another kitchen corner. Whitney's got another snack prepared. And
Oh,
we're gonna
yes.
Cabin in the Woods. And immediately after, we're gonna watch Tangled so I can sleep.
Yes. Okay, so, yeah. There is a cabin in the woods. I think the whole camp invited to that one, or is it a troop specific? Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole camp is invited to watch Cabin in the Woods. It'll be in the Rabbit live stream, I believe. All the links will be posted. And then, yeah, there is also a Tangled watch after it
And
as a palate cleanser.
if you don't want to watch Cabin in the Woods, simultaneously for Camp Wide, Skylar is going to be hosting a sing and dance along party.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So Mercedes, am I ruining Tangled for you if I tell you they're both about like people trapped in houses?
No.
They're thematically similar.
They're thematic.
And like, I was gonna keep it the light thing, and I was like, all right, she's got glowing hair. let's just leave it at that.
And the lanterns.
For the lanterns. So I was like,
I have a book that I got. It's like a board book for the toddler that I got when I took him to an eye doctor at the hospital, and they were like went around with a book cart, which is cute. Anyway, long story. But this book that they gave me was called Summer, the Kitten for Rapunzel. So I have this book all about Rapunzel's pet kitten, Summer, who I think is hilarious. So
That's
apparently
adorable.
Rapunzel has a pet kitten named Summer.
Is that even in the movie?
No, it's part of their like Disney pet line, and it's like there's Summer, the kitten for Rapunzel, and then someone's got a dog, Disney pets.
pets.
But, like, she already has a pet.
Yeah, she has a chameleon.
No, check out this cat. I'm gonna like send you a picture.
So the Disney Princess brand tried to have a corresponding, you know how like, okay, you know how with My Little Pony, they'll do like punk rock ponies. And so you can collect all of the punk rock My Little Pony figures. And then they'll do a Sweet Sunshine Flower ponies, and you can collect all. So Disney Princess tried to do the same thing, and they gave each of the princesses in the official Disney Princess line a pet. But it is not a character from any of the movies or have anything to do with anything. It is just like a fluffy white poodle or a poofy cat with a bow or like some random. It's irrelevant to anything else, and I don't know why I know this.
I know exactly why you know this.
Whatever.
And they all have multiple pets. And
All right, so back to the other question.
Here's the two things I posted in the Discord.
What is Troop Guardian doing tomorrow?
We have 2 activities planned. We have painted rocks, and I'm totally cheating and looking because I'm horrible.
No, all good.
Coloring pages. We have coloring pages for our troop.
Sweet.
How do you
Very
spell
cool.
Rapunzel?
Rapunzel.
Oh, thanks, Joanna. That was really helpful.
R-A-P-U-N Zul.
That's the part I'm confused on.
I think it's C-U-L. It's C-U-L.
Z-U-L? I thought it was Z-E-L.
I think it's with
No.
a U. It is with an E.
Damn it! You led me astray.
Why are you listening to me?
Because I suck at spelling and you're my elder.
I don't know how to spell. I can parse a sentence, but I don't know how to spell. There you go. You want to talk about like regrets in life? I never learned how to spell.
Oh.
It's fine.
I was a communications major, and I still can't spell.
English lit. Can't spell.
Oh,
It's
teacup.
fine.
Teacup, the pup for Belle.
Yeah,
It's different than English grammar.
it's true. Spelling is different than grammar.
Play with the pup. Come here, Ghost.
And Pumpkin, the puppy for Cinderella.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Right?
I mean,
This is why the
that's
line got
wonderful.
discontinued, because everybody was like, ew.
Well, I have one of the books. I have Summer, the kitten for Rapunzel. and it's a horrible book. It's like a touch and feel. Oh, Barry the bunny for Snow White.
Oh no.
Barry the bunny.
No, Barry like I eat like a raspberry.
That's
That's what I
less
was gonna say,
interesting.
but I really prefer the idea of it being named Barry with an A, and it's just like
Barry.
So I was like, Barry.
Summer, pumpkin,
With the flat
Barry.
his best friend Joel.
Joel.
There's Aurora Sleepy Kitten Beauty.
Of course, it's a sleepy kitten. Not like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Oh, my poor Amazon like recommendations are going to be so messed up after this.
What?
After this,
I agree. I don't think that the princesses would have dogs.
I don't think they have
dogs.
cats either.
No, I don't think they would have pets. Like, two of them spend like half of the movie asleep, and then like who's walking the dogs? Like, for real. And okay, so what is pumpkin?
Pumpkin is I don't know. I closed the window. Well, let's see. What is pumpkin?
Wasn't it Cinderella's cat?
I think pumpkin was. Oh, that's
Because either way, Cinderella's best friends are mice, and this is highly insensitive for her to get either a cat or a dog that would eat the mice.
yeah.
Like, sorry, I know you guys are my best friends, and you tailor all my clothes, and you help me brush my hair, like you're like all this other stuff. However,
that's what I said to Stina the other day. I was like, Stina, get those animals that have become your friends to do your work for you.
That's right.
Put them to work. Freeloading animals.
Cinderella was basically doing to the mice what her stepsisters were doing to her, except she was asking nicely. No.
Those mice should
Too
be
much.
No, well,
Too
no,
much.
well.
I mean, no, it's fine.
Spew.
Cindy's fine.
Disney
I have
princess
one
spew.
tiny pet peeve that I'm going to share here because I'm happy to roll into a bottle of ginger beer.
Cheers.
In my fair city, there's a tailor shop called Snow White Tailor Shop. And I am enough of a Disney nerd that I get angry about it because Snow White animals did not help her sew anything. It should be Cinderella's Tailor Shop because those mice actually sewed something and tailored something. And what are you doing? And they got it wrong.
What are you?
You are correct, though, because Snow White's animal friends did the dishes and did some sweeping, but they did not sew.
That's what I need.
They were not seamstresses of any kind.
No.
You should leave them an angry Yelp review.
Yeah, I was going to say Yelp review.
Star.
I'd leave 0 stars if I could.
What?
1 star. You did the wrong princess.
Dear Frozen, you were the celery of desserts. Be ice cream or be nothing. 0 stars. What are we talking about?
Anyway, I felt the need to share that.
Alrighty. On that note, I think we are about ready to start winding down. I think that this has gone very well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And thank you guys for hanging out with me on this chat and not leaving me to talk for an hour and a half at myself. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you to
you.
We're not going to talk about it. And thank you to everybody in the chat that has hung with us until the end. You can catch us. We'll be doing a couple of more live stream things, but I don't think they'll be here. They're more likely to be through our Rabbit channel, which we will link when the activities go live. So that's where you can find us for other live events, including Blanket Fort Wine Night, which is Saturday, or Blanket Fort Mimosa Morning, which is Sunday. But like Saturday and Sunday for me in the United States because I'm hosting them. So varies by time zone, as everything does. Other than that, be sure to check out the blog. We post a daily campfire post, which I'm sure you guys know, but every single day the daily campfire post will tell you everything that is going on at camp that day.
And you should read to the bottom.
Read all the way to the bottom. Read carefully. Everything is important.
Or like skip to the bottom. There's important stuff at the bottom.
There is important stuff at the bottom. I think that's it. Anything else you guys want to say before we head out?
Yay, camp!
Yay, camp!
I know. I'm like so tired. I'm like, camp's here. I feel like we've done a lot of work preparing it. Just go have fun now, kids. Get out of the deep end.
Have fun, kid.
It'll
Have
be
fun
good.
storming the castle.
Think they'll make it?
Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
No, it'll take a miracle. Sorry. All right.
Princess
Thanks,
Bride.
you
That would
guys.
be my movie that we'd watch all the time.
There, we could. All right. Have a good night, you guys.
Good night.
I gotta go clean the kitchen.